Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another Sunken Land Cribs, Season 2, Episode 6. This is ZFG Bravo's SpongeBob Hideaway. Now, I know it's been a while since I did one of these guys, and I'm sorry about that. Life has been, you know, fun with work and everything else. Let me see here. I'm trying to get, where is that? Yes. Um, Trying to get things in order, all that good stuff. As you can see, it's another glorious day here in Sunken Land, which is awesome, by the way. The new weather effects, of course, this is season 2, episode 6. Now, let me explain something. What you're seeing here, this is stuff that is on the public test server. This is the 3.0 edition, which everybody else who's playing the normal servers, the native servers and stuff like that, are playing 2.5. Now, some of the stuff you see in this particular setting, you won't have in 2.5. So there's some of our little friends out there swimming. So if you see something here that you don't understand about, you can always ask in the Discord channel of, hey, I saw this on the video and da 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 da. And why is this not in 2.5? Well, it's in order to get it, you have to actually be in the test server area, which you can change that to the betas on your game itself. So it's no big deal. I mean, I always build and play in the test area. And then when they bring the update out, my stuff's already solidified in that area, so I don't have to worry about anything not wanting to snafu. As you can see, I'm on Survivor Island. I started on Survivor Island as normal. And there's a couple additions here on Survivor Island. You've now got ore that will actually spawn and all that good stuff. And now see, there's SpongeBob's out there. That's where we're going. That's the one I did on this test server. Of course, we get a new build X, me and Cap, when they get new builds come out, they start an entire new world. Me, I just kind of go off the one I've already got. So I just do it that way. Let's see, advent of new stuff. You've got, scavenging toolboxes, which helps increase your pickup speed and all that good stuff. Of course, I always got the headlamp and stuff. You got a harpoon gun also now, which is awesome, by the way. A lot of cool updates that are coming your way, man. I mean, the harpoon gun is don't get me wrong, it's fun. It can be used on land or water. It takes crossbow bolts, so you can make those out of the scrap steel you find around, stuff like that. And here's another thing. You got iron ore also on Castaway Island, or as everybody likes to call it, Survivor Island. Let's see if I can get it correct. Oh yeah, got him. Works great with sharks. Takes a couple hits with sharks, but works good with sea turtles. Takes a couple hits with them too, and all that good stuff. But it is fun to use. It also works on land. It will work against the AI. You don't have a first person zoom in though, so you can't, you've got to rely on that center crosshair. Other than that, there's no first person zoom in. So, all right, let's get going to SpongeBob's here. Dorking around playing a game here. If you want to get on the test server, it's simple. You just go to your settings on your Steam profile and switch it to the public test server action, and then either start a new world or load up your 2.5 world, which you can do, and go from there. Now remember, when it saves, it's going to save it as a 3.0. So when it drops, you won't be able to revert back to 2.5 and then go, oh well, why won't this 3.0 play? Well, it's not released yet, so that's why it's not going to play. All right, so I got my jet ski here. Of course, up there you see Mile High Club. It's still under construction. They have lifted a ban on building on some of the faction islands. Now, in this version also, 3.0, you have marker flags now, and you also have faction flags, which a marker flag will merely mark an island for you. Okay, kind of like the buoys do. You say, you know, Anatole or Twin Rocks or whatever. You can throw a flag up and marker flag, and boom, there it is. You can see it as you're approaching it on the map, on the water, and stuff like that. Then you have when you want to claim an island in 3.0. Now 2.5, you put this marker flag down, and you've basically claimed that island, and the AI won't spawn. Now in theory, the way this is going in 3.0 is if you put the marker flag down, that's only going to mark the island, but the AI will still respawn. Now, I haven't had that problem in 3.0 yet. This is the theory, though. That's what it's there for, is that it just marks it, but it doesn't keep the AI from respawning. The faction flag, however, if you put that down, that's a different. You had then supposedly made that island your own. Now, so far in this beta test area, I've had a marker flag on Twin Rocks. I haven't had a faction flag. And the AI is still not spawning back in. But then also prior to this, I had before they did the faction flag to keep the AI from spawning, where they just had the marker flag, I had on the 2.5, I had one at Clifton Outpost, but the AI was still spawning. So there's still a little bit of confusion as to what these are doing right now, and how they're working. So you'll have to wait. Hopefully they'll get that fixed here coming down the road. So, all right, that explains that right there. So that alleviates some of the problems. I've been seeing where guys have been discussing stuff in the forums now. Here is SpongeBob's. This is the one I built. Looking pretty cool. Okay. We've got lightning rods now for power generation. We also have windmills. I don't have any windmills up because, to me, the windmills are not the world's greatest. They really aren't. They're not working that great. It's almost like there's not enough wind. So I'm relying mostly on, for my power to various utilities, I'm relying on lightning bolts, lightning bolts, I guess, and solar. And solar, you're going to need, what is that? God, okay, you got a little lightning bolt here. The quartz, which is only available at Twin Rocks. And then, of course, you're going to be, now we got used for titanium strips. And, of course, you're going to need glass and electronic parts. You also have storage batteries. This is all new. This is all the new electrical stuff. Now, I did it's called Electric 101 for everybody to show how to hook this stuff up. You will no longer need small generators or large generators. In fact, the sad part is you've actually got to hook these up to a power hub to get power to anything. Okay, I haven't played with the junction boxes. Okay, and now one of the other problems we're facing too right now with power is that hooking two of these, daisy chaining them, going power hub to power hub, negates the power. It ends up tripping and it doesn't want to work. It won't turn back on unless you disconnect a power hub. And then, of course, when you pull a power hub, when you pick it up or whatever, all the connections you had made to that power hub, you then have to reconnect with rubber wires. Now, me personally, until they get that fixed, I have basically used individual power hubs for individual zones or circuits, basically. I've got one circuit, that does this much stuff, and it's got its own power hub, and then this circuit that's got its own stuff, and then it's got its own power hub. So I've done it that way to keep from having to rewire stuff and everything else, because it can be a real pain in the butt. Batteries, the big battery is your best bet. You can store up a heck of a lot more power, and you'd wire it directly to the power hub, and then you've got 23 other deals to connect to the power hub to power, like your table saw or whatever draws electricity, your lamps, your chandeliers, your porch lights, your whatever, and then it'll draw the power from the battery that's stored. And you'll see when I show you this power hub, you'll see what I mean by that it's draws power. So let's see here. Go into the little boat dock. Of course, I got your boat dock here. Whee! Hey, I actually got off on the boat that time. So here's a solar panel. I got one solar panel here. It's right now it's drawn, even on a cloudy day, it's drawing 450 amps. You know, there's a couple lightning rods. Got the same thing over here. My little fish farm for fishies. Did I? No, I don't need no repair. Okay, same thing here. And now they'll all draw the same amount. Now, these things are like the windmills. They're omnidirectional. So it doesn't matter what, you don't have to have them facing the sun or whatever. You can just have them wherever. And they'll still draw. And I'm going to show you something that's even neater than that. So now this is the power hub for the docks, basically. Now, with those solar panels and those lightning rods there, those, what is it, 2, 4, 6, 8 lightning rods and 4 solar panels, I'm drawing 18,200. Okay, and it's full up right now, and there's the big battery back there. The only thing I really got hooked to it right now is that battery charger. You know, I intend to hook some other stuff to it, but I'm thinking on that. So, all right, but let's go up here to the helipad. Of course, got your perimeter defenses. Now up here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 solar panels, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lightning rods. Okay, now they go over to this little guy right here. Now you see it's got a minus 6,200 that it's drawing. Those are the 2 lights that you see here, and I keep those burning all the time. So, and that's what it's for. You basically, you plop your power hub down. See, and if you see, it's got 16 out of 20 connections, which are those basically right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Where have I got 16? Oh, the battery. Yeah, 16. So, and you can have up 20 devices connected to that one power hub. Now, those things, the duplickies. These junction boxes supposedly have up to 1,900 or 19 connections. I don't know. I have not used them. You'd actually have to ask somebody in the Discord of who uses them, of how they actually hooked them together and all that good stuff. I thought originally it only had like 4 or 5 outlets to connect stuff, but evidently it's got like 19, so I don't know. And like I said, when there's lightning, the lightning will hit the lightning rods, and that'll sit there and charge it up, and also charge the battery, and it'll get it up to that 18,300. I've never run out of power on that one. So, all right, but there's Mutant Raft. Okay, so here's SpongeBob's dock and all that good stuff, and you know, like I said, pretty cool helipad and all that good stuff. But that is not the crib. Let's get to the crib. Let's see, I got an air tank. Yep, I'm going to need an air tank. Why? Because SpongeBob's is underwater. There's SpongeBob's. Where else would you find SpongeBob? Come on now, underwater. I got a grow farm here. Got a bird cage catching and all that good stuff. Cook areas. Now, you're thinking, how the hell is this possible? Okay, all this defies physics, all right? Let's see here. Yes, I can take and I can. Ooh, I don't want to do that. Soup. Put you in there. Yeah, I don't want to cook the mushrooms. We can cook stuff underwater. Oh. Now, it takes a little getting used to having an underwater base. It really does. All right. But it all works. It really does. You can get water, underwater, of course. You know, I mean, it's crazy. They haven't brought in airlock systems yet. I really wish they would have. But I went ahead and did this just because. I wanted to see if I could actually build one underwater, and I did, and it's pretty cool. Now, even your solar works underwater. As you can see, SpongeBob's has quite a few solar panels, man. Okay. He's got solar panels. I got another grow farm over here, some safes for storage, and I've got another grow farm over here, which you can't see because it's getting dark. But inside, ta-da, SpongeBob's. Okay. All right. We got the work area, of course. We've got all your furnaces and stuff like that. Yes, they all work underwater. Your gas treatment plant, all the stuff. So now this is the hub for SpongeBob's, and of course I have two lights on the outside going at all times, and at the front door, and that's drawing 0.0940 off that hub. So that's not bad at all. Even with all these machines running, the draw is not that bad. So I've got air tank filling stations everywhere. I've got one here. I got one here. Got another one over here. I mean, you got to have these in order to have an underwater base. I got one here. You know, I got one over here. I got one over at the storage deal, and then all you got to do is switch tanks. Plop your tank in there. You can survive totally underwater in this game as long as you have these air tank deals, and they're easy to build. I've got 4 air tanks, and I could stay under forever. Now SpongeBob's is, like I said, there's the lights I got going right there. That's what's drawing the electricity, is those 2 porch lamps. Somebody came into my server and wiped all this out on me. Took everything, left the building, but wiped everything out. And it's like, you weens. So I've since changed password. Now up here we have the bar area and dance floor, DJ booth, of course, complete with two turntables so they can spin the records. I've got water deal going over here. Of course, that's all you can drink at the bar right now is water. Sorry, they haven't invented. We got a game area, of course, dual consoles, all that good stuff. Nice fine seating, play area, and of course this is so you can sit and watch the underwater ocean life, which is they're there. Yep, the swordfish. And then if you want, you can go out and hunt them. You can play some darts. So yep, this is the dance and lounge area, man. And now up here, we got the master bedroom, of course, where all the magic happens. And like I said, somebody, wiped all this out. I had to rebuild all of this. It took a couple weeks. That's part of why you didn't have a new deal of it's got dual fireplaces, all the good amenities. I'm still going with a lot of drop lighting. I didn't want to do the electricity stuff because believe me, electricity, now you can't tell it, but this floor is actually lighted by these things. I mean, you can see it, but you can't see it. And it looks pretty cool. It really does, but it just doesn't get dark enough. So now, SpongeBob also, besides boasting all this wonderful technology, also has a lighted courtyard. Complete with a fire pit. So let's see. I didn't put any wood in there. Okay, it says I'm freezing. So, and see, yes, your fireworks underwater. Like I said, this place totally defies physics. 100% defies physics. Now, of course, the courtyard, they have their own, like these 4 is 17,400. They actually power these 2 right here. As you can see, it's drawing 84.8420 off of that one. And then these ones over here, right here, are powering this one. which does these two courtyard lights, and they draw 17. They have a total amperage of 17,200, but and then of course they draw 8420. It does have alarm and sensors, which is hooked up to the main one, which is what the main panel, which is what these solar panels actually drive, as well as those for lightning rods. Get something to eat here. All right. But yeah, this is SpongeBob's. And like I said, it's totally underwater, self-sufficient. Awesome. The AI so far have not been able to dive down this deep or whatever to do any damage to anything here. The only thing they usually pop on is the boat dock, which that is easily repairable. So, and then with the little spiky jobbers, they don't like those things at all. So I put them all around the boat dock. And there's the Mile High Club over there. I'm not going to give you a sneak peek of it yet because it's not done. I mean, but it's going to be cool too. And it's not underwater. It's not going to be like SpongeBob's, where SpongeBob's is underwater, which I kind of like the underwater. It's pretty cool because when the rain's not loud or anything like that. So I got an air tank up here too. The thunder and all that good stuff's not loud. I mean, it's nice and peaceful, quiet under there. But for those of you who are wondering if you could actually build and sustain underwater, yes, you can. It's quite easy. It definitely defies the laws of physics. See, like this is already charged back up after that. Just total little. And the sun's not totally up and running yet, and this one's even getting real close too, but I keep these lights on at all times. So but yep, you got a courtyard and everything else. Really don't need lights on right now. So I know everybody says, "Oh, you can just turn the panel off," but like that, but I don't want to turn the panel off. I just want to turn the light off because I want to get this battery up to the full, both batteries up to the full charge. I haven't gotten them up to the full charge yet. So, but yeah, there it is, complete with a fire pit, nice little courtyard. You can scavenge for loot. But that is SpongeBob's. Totally underwater, of course. Like I said, where would you expect SpongeBob to live? Underwater, man. So yeah, this is the 3.0. This is going to be the drop. That'll be coming. Y'all are going to have fun with it. Working with the electricity, hey, just ask questions in the Discord or whatever. Myself, Cap, X, I mean, a lot of us, Chris, we can, it's not hard. Once you get it figured out, at first it's kind of mind boggling. You're like, what the hell? But yeah, it's, and you've got a lot of other changes that are going to be going on here too. What is it? Zion, no, not Zion, but, I think Iron Helmet base has changed a little bit. Ashbond Outpost. Now, right now, this has changed a lot, and this thing's pretty cool, the way it's changed. But there's it stutters really, really bad. And some of the other outer islands have changed a little bit too. I haven't revisited all of them because I've been trying to actually. Twin Rocks has definitely changed. That's where you're going to get your quartz from for your solar panel builds. So this is the only, and it's underwater. It's not a lot of people think it's at the power plant. No, that's totally different thing. That's the what is that stuff? Got it, anatase that you get at the power plant. That's not quartz. Anatase is used for making the bars to make the strips, the platinum strips that you need for the other stuff. So, but the quartz looks totally different. So, and it grows, well, I guess grows, but whatever. Yeah, there's your anatase. That's what it looks like. And then your quartz is going to look like that. So, and of course, with quartz, you don't have to put it in the electrostatic thingy like you do the anatase. You just basically use it when you're making the solar cells, and that's all it's used for right now is the solar cells. Whether or not they have other ideas in plan of what they're going to use it for, I don't know. They could, I mean, there's a lot of stuff they could make and change. There's a lot of stuff that they pulled out. There's some stuff they pulled, like armored pants. People noticed that the other day that they took armored pants out of the game. It's what it is what it is. I mean, you want different kind of new stuff you want to try. It's what you do. You take stuff out, you put stuff in, and you give it a shot. So far their power thing is working out. Like I said, it's a little bit confusing at first, but if you watch that video I did in the tutorial section, it's posted. I think it's posted up in there. Or ask anybody about it. Power 101. It gives you the simple, basic boom, boom, boom. This is how you set it up, and you start with that. Just set that up, set up that quick little deal, and go, oh, and then you get it. I mean, it took me some trial and error. Trust me. It took Cap some trial and error too. We're like, and stomach. Originally I had power hubs linked to each other, just boom, 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 and they were tripping all the time. And when they tripped, I couldn't get them to untrip other than to pick them up, which disconnected everything. And then I had to rewire freaking everything, and that drove me batty, man. That drove me crazier than I already am. So I no longer do that anymore. I do standalones until they get that fixed up. I do little standalone hubs that are powered by their own stuff, and but yeah, that is SpongeBob's though. You have now had the tour of SpongeBob's. Totally underwater. Physics do not apply whatsoever. Incoming soon is Mile High Club. I don't know right now what Cap and X are working on. I think X sent me a preview of his. I'd have to check and look. Gotta get some more water. Some more Wawa. No, I don't want to add wood. I want to take water. Thank you. There we go. Bird traps even work underwater. I mean, it all works underwater. Everything grows underwater. Little fire bowls work underwater. It's all weird. All your electricity works underwater. So, if you want to build an underwater base, hey, go for it, man. It's kind of cool. It's quiet, you know. And I've also found though, if you're playing a long time and you got it underwater and it's raining and stuff like that, when it rains, um, you can get drowsy real quick because it is soothing. You're like, you know, you be sitting in your computer chair snoozing away and not even realize it. But yeah, that's SpongeBob's, man. So there you go. Like I said, as always, if you guys want your crib featured, all you got to do is zip it up in a zip file and send it to me, and tell me what you name it and all that good stuff, and I'll take a look at it and we'll put it on an episode of Sunken Land Cribs, man. So until then, hey, keep enjoying the updates. If you're playing 2.5 now, this is some of the stuff you get to look forward to in 3.0 when it comes out. This is on a 3.0 test build, so that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm playing with. That's what I always play with. I play with the test builds. I find the broken stuff, send it into them and say, hey, this is broken, fix it, whatever, or try and fix it, and see what they come up with. That's all part of it. That's all part of the testing phase, and it's also still not a totally released game. It's under active development, and be thankful for that, which is pretty cool. Now, also, I noticed there was a couple days ago people were wondering about settings and stuff like that. Okay, so this is my graphics settings. Okay, and mine and Cap's are almost identical. Um, you know, and this seems to work really, really well for now. Until they get more optimization in the game, you know, you might want to stick with the lower settings and stuff. But other than that, I mean, it still looks good on these low settings and whatnot. I mean, I like it. It doesn't bother me. It actually looks good. It performs really, really good. I'm not having frame drops that everybody else is having, you know. So I would say play with your settings and get those set on your, well, and then also play with your video card if you have to. You know, don't overclock it or stuff like that, but tweak it. You know, there's plenty of tweaks you can do with a video card to make it work better. I mean, I'm running this game with a 1070 GTX, and it's doing just fine on the settings I have it at. So I don't get stups or skitters, and there's your faction flags. Like, you know, even though no enemy ever does spawn here, you know, I used both of them, and I got one at Twin Rocks. And of course, you see I got the refinery marked out there, and then way out that way is Twin Rocks, where you get your quartz. So there you go. This is the 3.0 test phase, soon to be the 3.0 update. You know, they're probably buttoning up some final stuffs and getting it done, but you know, hey, more power to them. This game's still enjoyable. It's fun. Like I said, build your base, zip it up, send it to me with a little note. Say, hey, dude, I want it featured on Sunken Land Cribs, and I'll get her done for you, man. So till next time, peace out, everybody. Enjoy the game, have fun, and we'll see ya.